Hi everyone, it's Paula from PSENCreations. Welcome to my channel if you're new, and welcome back if you're returning. It's been a while since I have put out a video. I have been crafting, but I just haven't been necessarily recording. So today's video is a flip through of these two, I guess I'm calling them tri-fold journals made out of a canvas apron. So let me show you what it's made out of. So if you go to your hardware store, if you remember back in the day, we had these canvas. This is a Hyper Tough one from Walmart. We had these canvas aprons that you would put on and hook your tools and screwdrivers and stuff like that. Well, I took this and I made two journals. Using the pockets that already existed, adding a few little things to it, and yeah. So I'm going to go through the first one. They're very similar, but with slight differences, I guess. So let's go ahead and go through the first one. So here's the first one. Let me tell you how much or what it measures. And I'm sure that you can actually color this canvas material and like paint it, and I'm sure that you can also maybe dye it possibly. So let me show you. Here's the front and here's the back of this particular one, and they measure about 7.5 by, I guess about like 4.25. Yeah, 4.25. All right, so I added just a little bit of a vintage lace here on the end. I also added some vintage lace here. This is just a seam binding that's been crimpled up. This is a stamp and a little ball pin with a little rose charm. And there's a total of 4 pockets in the actual apron itself that I used, so I made large tags. I did on this one add a little bit of ribbon here. This was the first one I did, so there was like a little trial and error. And if you guys would like me to make a video of the process that I followed in making these, I am more than happy to. Just leave me a comment so that I know. And then here is another stamp on the back. And this lace here goes throughout the entire quadruple fold of the journal. So it's 4 folds. That's why I say that. So it's not triple fold. I think it's quadruple fold. All right. So this is, like I said, this is the front. This is the stamp. Now the stamp I feel like could have maybe come out slightly better right here on this side. And here is the tag. And as I've mentioned in my previous videos, my tags are all made of recycled material for the most part. So the first flip out here, I just added a clear pocket, and then I have 2 little embellished flashcards. I believe these flashcards are from the 90s. So they're not super duper old, but they're old enough. And then here is more vintage lace here on the side. And on this part, we'll look at the large tag first. So these are larger tags. As you can see my hand, the tags are about 7 inches or a little over 7 inches by 3.5. So again, the lace runs through the entire thing. Let me bring you guys down so you can see maybe a little closer. Okay, and here I just glued on an envelope. It's very secure, collaged with some vintage pages and a doily and a little stamped journal, and then just a little bit of a writing spot. And this is an avocado dyed little small envelope. So if you open it up again, let's start over here on this side. We'll go from left to right. So here are some pages for you to embellish and add things to. This is some vintage lace that's on the back part of it. So again, this part is a lot of journaling spot areas or embellishments that you can add to it. Let's move back over here to this portion. And we have another pocket with a large tag. Dreams. Back, it's all sewn around. And here is another envelope, except for this one is coffee dyed. And again, it's collaged. And on the inside, we have a small journaling card and just a few little other ephemera pieces that now are stuck in there because I pushed them down. So they're just little. Now the next one that I'm going to show, the next journal, doesn't have anything in the pockets, but I will be adding something to the pockets. Okay, so we are going to flip it out one more time. So right here, again, we're starting left to right, is just a little pocket. I used a ribbon that is a canvas ribbon. And this is just a copy dyed sheet of paper that's made to look slightly on the aged side. So you have a little bit of a tuck there. And then on this side, it's just like a notepad of different sizes of papers that, again, you can embellish more. Different sizes. We got long ones, we got short ones, so that you can just add a little bit extra. And then, of course, we have our lace. And this lace here does match the lace from the front part. So again, I don't know, let me see if I can pull up so you can see the whole thing. Okay, so you have one section, 2, 3, and 4, but then you have the back side, which I showed that, right? And then we're going to close it one more time. And I showed that as well. And close. And then the very, very back part of it, we have one more large journaling card. And they fit very nicely in there. And that is the first one. The second one has a bit of maybe a sewing theme or a seamstress theme to it. So let's go ahead and go through that one. So this one, again, it's the same concept. I did use seam binding, but I did not crinkle it up. I may go back and crinkle it up because I like the crinkled look more than I do the not crinkled look. Again, the front is stamped. I love this stamp right here. It has a little sewing machine charm on a ballpoint pin. I did add a little bit of vintage sewing pattern tissue paper and a stamped word thoughts on there. It has a pink vintage lace on the edges and then a white vintage lace all around the entire. So if I show you like this, you'll see that it's the same one. So we will go through it like we did the other one. So when we open it up, again, we have that same pocket that we talked about, the clear pocket. I will be adding another card and embellishing them. I just didn't get around to doing it, obviously. I just added it there as a placeholder just because I like to make sure that I have my ephemera, a placeholder for it. This is actually a different lace than the other one that I showed, but it is a vintage lace. I don't know if you can see the pink hearts or not. It's very hard with the lighting. There we go, a little bit. Okay, so let's look at our large tag. So made a little bow with a little vintage button out of the tissue paper from a sewing pattern. Stamped word journals, and then we have these beautiful ladies there. Some lace. I don't know if you can see the lace in the background. It is all the way sewn. Okay, a little envelope here. Like I said, these do not have, that's a stamp. These do not have anything in them, but I will be adding something to them. And actually, I'll be probably adding something right here as well. I don't like how that looks just plain. We're going to flip it open. And, oh, it seems like I had this one too close. Okay. So here we have our papers. Again, a lot of room to do more things. We have some lace in the background here on this, just so that you don't have empty space. Okay. And again, I'm just going to move this over slightly. Here is another envelope. Now this envelope here, again, I will also add a few things on the front and then in the pocket here. But this envelope is black bean dyed, so it has like a blue tint to it. It's black bean dyed. Here is that pink vintage lace again. And this tag here. So I did try to keep like a pink and white theme to this one. And then if we open it again, here is a large tag. Coffee dyed paper in the back. It fits right here in this little tuck. And then again, your little sheets of paper. Little vintage lace right there. So we're going to close it and then close it again. And close it one more time, and then we're going to flip to the back. And in the back, there is this stamp here and this button stamp. There's a little room here if you want to add something. And then the final tag says beautiful. And that's it. So if you guys are interested in these two little quadruple fold journals that I made using the canvas aprons that you can get in the tool department of either your hardware store or Walmart, then check out the links down below to my Whatnot market, and they will be listed on there. And look for the video on the process that I followed to make these. I will make another one and we can follow along. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.